yappers! Welcome to Too Long to Text, the podcast where we overshare, give you big sister advice, share the hard-earned lessons from our 20s, and spill untold stories.
Before we get any further, make sure you're following our Instagram at Too Long to Text. That's where we'll notify you about upcoming episodes and share unseen pictures and videos.
Congrats! You've now been added to our group chat.
This topic was too long to text.
Hi, yappers! Yay!
We're so excited for this episode.
So excited.
Special guests in between us.
Well, we should say, introduce yourself because this episode's going to be all about Type 1 diabetes awareness. So we had to, of course, bring in a fellow Type 1 diabetic. So?
My name is Campbell. What else?
That's such a cute name.
I know, it's such a good name. Such a good name.
Yeah, everyone on TikTok knows me as Cam because that's just like shorter. But
yeah,
it's Campbell, just like the soup.
Yeah.
I love that.
Are you named after anyone or anything?
No.
No?
No.
Wait, I love that.
It's just a random name.
I was supposed to be named Chandler.
Yeah, we're both Sophia.
No, I love it. Are you guys named after anyone?
No. I'm also not. Like, it's
probably like the top 5, named after the top five most popular
popular
names on
names.
Google. So my
That's
mom
kind of
probably
nice.
looked up.
Were you like the only Campbell growing up?
I have never met another
Yes.
Campbell.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
that's so nice because
Do you have a
there's
middle
so
name?
many Sophias.
Brooke.
That's really cute.
Yes. But my last name's Smith, so my parents were like, okay, you need something unique in
Yeah,
the beginning.
yeah.
So
Can I ask what your siblings' names are?
my sister's name is Rosalind.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Prettiest name ever.
So pretty.
And people call her Roz, which is amazing. Or my brother's name is Garrett.
Garrett.
So
Okay, so they got a little bit bored with the boy name.
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, I don't know any Garretts.
Really? I feel like it's a really popular name.
I know a few Garretts.
Yeah.
Like maybe I don't really have a lot of guy friends. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know.
Yeah. So, okay. Let me just explain. So November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and we just had National Diabetes Day. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
So we thought it would be informative and important and special to dedicate an episode to this. We've also been wanting to do an episode about Type 1 because I think people just don't know much and I think get very curious. It's kind of this like foreign thing to a lot of people, to most people, and you'll either see me or her or other people out in the world or online with these little like robot parts and talking about blood sugar and this and that, and it's kind of like, what the hell does that even mean? So we thought we'd take the space in this episode to educate but also share our experiences, and we chose this lovely lady specifically because we have very different diagnosis stories and timelines of disease, so we thought it was a perfect little mismatch.
Yeah. I feel like we should start with like both of your stories kind of too, because even people who don't know like your diagnosis story.
Yeah.
If you want to start maybe.
Sure, yeah.
And like when you were diagnosed and everything.
Yeah. It's so crazy because this was all documented in real time, like unbeknownst to me online. So I was 22, and the year prior to being diagnosed, I was having all the stereotypical symptoms, like extremely, extremely thirsty, losing so much weight, but so hungry, eating so much. My hair was falling out, like I had legit bald spots. I was so nauseous all the time, looking back, especially after having like super carby things. I was also craving super sugary carby things a ton. I had such bad brain fog looking back on it. And then like one of the last straws was I woke up literally releasing my entire bladder, peeing myself in my sleep. And we smelled the mattress to like see if it smelled like pee, because like gross, and it literally smelled sweet. And it's crazy because in that moment we didn't think anything of it. We were like, oh my god, like no, it doesn't smell bad at all, it smells sweet. But then like obviously
when it smells sweet, is it like juice or like
your sugar's coming out like in your urine.
In your urine. So it's literally like, I mean, it wouldn't smell like apple juice, but like it does smell sweet.
Yeah.
Like you can, they say that like you can smell DKA on a person because they smell sweet. And I don't know if you experience this, but like if you have ketones, you can also taste them.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's literally sugar taking over your body. So yeah, it literally smells sweet.
But when, like, were you looking up, like, do I
Yes.
have...
So I was looking up all these symptoms, and it was saying type 1 diabetes.
You were like, no.
But yeah, I was like, okay, well, when you look up, if you have a headache, you also have cancer and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, well, it's not that. So what else could it be? And like, I had been super healthy my whole life. I barely even got a cold, you know, like I was a super healthy kid, teenager, young adult, and I just didn't think anything of it. But as the symptoms progressed, like they just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And I was so thin. I remember I had this one like online acquaintance reach out to me and just be like, hey, noticed your weight loss. Like, I don't know if you're struggling with like food or what, but like just want to let you know, like, I'm here. And I remember in that moment just being like, the hell? Like, I'm eating so much food. Like,
Did you notice? Like,
I
the weight
noticed,
loss?
but I was eating so much that I was like, oh, I'm just like, I was 22, so I thought maybe my body was just like, that's what my adult body, like, I wish, like, I literally wish. But I thought that's just like what my adult body was. I don't know. So I didn't think too much of it. And again, like I was eating so
and you knew
much.
what you were eating. Whereas like from the outside, someone would be like, well, are you?
Right.
No, like
So
literally,
like I was kind of annoyed when she had reached out to me because I was like rude to like comment on my weight. And like I know that I have nothing.
That is
going
tricky
on.
because it's like I'm here, like I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That, like, do you insert yourself? Like
Right. But
now looking back,
I'm like, oh my god, she's because I look back and
I was gonna say, do you look at photos and you're like, oh wow,
holy shit, yes. Like first of all, right before I was diagnosed, those pictures are scary. Like I am so small. Like my eyes are sunken in, my hair is so thin, I don't even look like me. Like it's so crazy. And like there's no other time in my life, even when I was struggling with food stuff, I never looked like that besides when I was sick. And even like prior to that, like I said, like a year before, I think when the symptoms like kind of slowly started, you can see it in my eyes, like immediately. My eyes just like sunk in. So yeah, anyway, all those symptoms were happening, and then I was going home to New Hampshire to graduate college. Actually, I wanted to walk at my graduation, even though I was doing it online, because I did do a couple semesters in person and wanted to walk with all my friends. So I went back home. It was April of 2022, and my dad is a type 2 diabetic. So he had a glucometer, which for those of you guys that don't know, that's like a finger pricker, the like manual meters. Like if you see someone pricking and then drawing blood, that's what that is. And I was like telling them, because we had just had dinner, we had chicken nuggets and fries and I had cookies, and I was saying to them, like, I have no saliva in my mouth. Like something feels wrong. And my dad was like, well, then let's just check your blood sugar. Because I don't really know what he was thinking in that moment. We haven't like talked about this, but I don't know if he was just like, nothing's wrong, let's just like have her check her blood sugar to prove that nothing's wrong, or if he was like, oh, that sounds like when my blood sugar's high, you know, like I don't really know. So I pricked it and it was just reading high, which so we know that's like over 500, of course.
And he probably knew immediately.
Yeah. So he knew, and he was like, he's like, oh, that's not right. Like it's done that before, like trying not to get me to panic, I'm sure.
Right.
And so then he pricked his finger, his read like what it should be reading. My mom, everyone else that was there, all pricked their fingers.
Were you freaked out?
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about type 1, so I didn't know what, like, I didn't.
It's interesting though, you were around like your dad though, who like, I mean obviously it's different, but like had that too.
Yes, but I think because type 1 and type 2 are managed so differently, and he's not someone who's like, sorry dad, super on top of his management.
Yeah.
To me, I just heard him like saying he wants to eat less carbs. Like that's kind of all I ever really heard.
Life
or like
altering.
he wanted to lose weight or something like that. Which type 2 isn't always having to do with lifestyle and weight and everything. But again, sorry dad, it did in his case. And so yeah, anyway, like he's never really been super open about it in general, which we've actually, this is like a whole other thing, but we've actually talked about it since I've been diagnosed, and like it's kind of crazy because that whole time that he had been living with it, he's had it for years, like he's felt so ashamed and alone with it, and like we never knew, just so crazy. Anyway, yeah, pricked my finger, it read high, and then we ended up calling the emergency room, like the on-call doctor there, and my mom explained like the meter, my symptoms, everything, and the nurse immediately was like, you need to bring her in, she could be in DKA, like that is life-threatening, she needs to come in. And my mom was like, no, like she just got in from traveling, like do we have to come tonight, it's late, like I've seen someone in DKA because my Nana's boyfriend had type 2, he had fallen into DKA before, he was like bedridden, smelled sweet, like really, really sick, and I was like up and walking and had just traveled, and she was like, I've seen someone in DKA, she's not in DKA, and they're like, she needs to come in, this sounds like DKA, like this is life-threatening. So we go in, and I mean, I'm expecting to be in the waiting room forever, because you usually are when you go to the emergency room. They take me immediately. They like do a manual finger prick again. My blood sugar was like 500 something, I think, when she pricked it. And then
do you
I went
want
back
to reference
out.
like what?
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah. So give or take, because it depends, but like a normal range is like, what would you say, like
I
for
would
a normal
say like
person?
80 to 130.
Yeah, for a normal person, right? Yeah, like 80 to 130 for someone living without diabetes, and then
you were 500.
And then it's 500, yeah. And then they say for diabetics, like well, pre-diabetes,
so
like,
different per
yeah,
person,
it is
I
so
feel like.
different.
So it's hard to gauge.
It is, yeah. Like I would say
I
like
don't know.
180 is what like doctors will consider high for a diabetic.
Right.
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's
So yeah. It is like people have their own little like ranges that they consider, but yeah, I would say like medically a doctor would consider like for a diabetic 180 high.
So 500 is pretty crazy.
So 500 is crazy, yeah. And then I went back to the waiting room for like 2 seconds, and then they brought me back to the like area, and this was not peak COVID, but still like COVID was going on a little bit. Emergency rooms were kind of crazy, and there were lots of people in stretchers or whatever in the hall, and they brought me to the one empty room, and that was the first moment where I was like, uh-oh, like this isn't good. And then from there it was kind of just a whirlwind of everything. Like I was hooked up to things, no one was telling me anything. My blood sugar read as high as 7 something that night.
Oh my
gosh. They told me that I had ketones in my urine, but I didn't know what that meant. They were just telling me like every time you have to pee, go pee, because that lowers your blood sugar. They weren't telling me that, but it does. So I knew nothing, and then the turning point moment was this EMT came in. He was like helping out. He came to do a manual finger prick on me, and he lifted up his sleeve and he had a Dexcom on, and he was like, "You're good. Like I've been type 1 diabetic for I think it was like 17 years or whatever. Like you're gonna be just fine." And I was like, what now? Like, what the fuck? Because I knew nothing about it.
So, like, he told you
yes, he
you
told
have
me.
type 1.
He's like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, like, you'll be fine. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah,
like,
no one's saying anything.
Nothing. And
That's terrifying.
so scary. And the only thing I knew was I knew one kid in high school that had it, but he was super quiet about his management, which also is another thing looking back. I'm like, oh my God. Now knowing what he was going through is just, like, so crazy in hindsight. But yeah, I was mostly sad at first because they were telling me I was going to miss my graduation. And that's all I cared about.
Like, come on,
that is literally all I cared about. I didn't realize the seriousness of it. So I was like the first time I cried in the hospital was because they told me I wasn't going to go to my graduation. I ended up going. Plot twist. But yeah.
That's OU. Like,
so
even
me. Yeah,
now,
I
like,
know.
you can have the, like, you're still going to do it.
I'm still going, yeah. But I was there all night, went to the ICU. Have you ever had to get potassium injection? Or IV?
No, I don't think so.
It is the most painful.
Okay, then definitely not.
Okay, so I think I was getting it.
Is it because you were in DK?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I believe so. I think it's because something about electrolytes or something. Don't quote me on that. But it's just an IV. But it literally feels like your body is, like, it feels like your blood is boiling on the inside. Like, it is burning all through your veins, like, so fucking painful. And I like to think I have a high pain tolerance. And she had told me, like, if this gets too painful, let me know and I'll dilute it. I had to have her dilute it, which is, like, so not me. Mm-hmm. Like, I would just, like, sit through it and I couldn't bear it. It was so painful. But yeah, that was that. I was only there one night, which I know is, like, not super common. I know people that, like, when they are in DKA and they're diagnosed, usually they will stay for a very long time. Mm-hmm. But they basically...
How long is, like, a long time?
I mean, it depends on the age and everything, too. Yeah. But, like, I know some people will stay, like, a week even. She basically... We convinced them to let me go as long as they could watch me give myself an injection. And, they were like, can we see you do this? And then if you can, like, you can go. And then they made me, like, they were kind of quizzing me, like, what do you do? I was going to say,
did they explain anything?
Like, barely. I got one, maybe, like, 30-minute session with a dietitian who, of course, told you, like, the stupid, generic, like, stupid stuff that doesn't even...
They need, like, an actual specialist.
Like an endo
they
in
do.
there to be like,
even them, they're so stupid.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I wish, like, it's somebody, like, an endo who actually also has...
Yes, and they do exist.
Type 1.
Yes,
yeah.
I know. Yep. And then they had, like, a diabetes educator come in. That's a job title. Like, that's an actual thing. But they are also terrible. Yeah. Like,
I feel like you have... The requirement is to have Type 1.
Yes,
absolutely.
I know,
I've said that since I was literally 12.
Because it's something that, like, even, like, me as your friend, I feel like I have learned a lot. And, but, like, and I have been with you for multiple days in a row, so I can, like, see what your day-to-day is like. But, like, even then...
There's just some
things you just won't get still because I'm still not going through it. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I know.
Did you have that realization, like, obviously when you're in the hospital, like, oh, like, this is now the rest of my life?
Yes. So, they weren't telling me much, but TikTok was. So I was scrolling on TikTok, watching other Type 1 diabetics on TikTok, which is partly why, like, your content is so important and why I try to, like, make videos too, because that is genuine. That's how I learned what a Dexcom was. Absolutely, that's how I learned that insulin pumps were not these big backpacks anymore. Like, that is literally how I learned everything. And I was scrolling and realizing what it is, and that it's forever, and that all it consumes, or all it consists of, and, like, how it's all consuming. And I was just kind of like, I mean, I cried a lot in the hospital, but I wasn't really sure what I was crying about. I think I was just, like, overwhelmed and in pain and swollen as fuck and just, like, confused. And I got in the car. They discharged me. I got in the car, and I got in the front seat, and I just, like, broke down, started bawling my eyes out. And I don't mean to throw my mom under the bus, but she looked at me and she's like, what is wrong? And I was like, what do you mean what's wrong? And I just, like, that's all I could say. Like, I was just sobbing. Like, I just felt like my life was over, which of course it wasn't, but yes.
I feel like you, like, lack of control.
Flipped upside down.
And it is, honestly, like, like,
it's like, it changes your entire life.
Yes, everything is so different from that point on.
And I feel like people, like, even in high school would talk about diabetes, that, like, they just, like, throw the word around and not, like, actually grasp the understanding of, like, how it affects day to day.
Well, that's why people on TikTok are so, like, the platforms are so important, is because it's not just, like, you can't eat sugar, which is what a lot of people think. People need to be more educated, which is why I love that you guys are doing this.
Thanks.
Did you, sorry, I just have a question.
No.
Did you have, like, a lot of highs and lows, like, in terms of your blood sugar the month, like, after, or did they, like, get it under control? Like?
No, it was so crazy. So, like, me personally, the way I started was on injections, which is how most people start, like, giving themselves manual injections. But I was doing it, like, I was deciding my dosage based on what's called a sliding scale. Did you ever have that? So it's like, okay, so it's so hard to explain. We all, like, all of our insulin doses are all so different, and they change all the time too, like, person to person. But, like, there's multiple factors. There's, like, how much insulin you take per carb you eat, how much insulin you give yourself to correct a high blood sugar based on what your blood sugar is reading, like, your like, there's so many different factors that go into, like, how much insulin we get every day and, like, for what. But the sliding scale is like a predetermined thing. So it's like, I actually, for the Instagram we can post, I have a photo of my sliding scale, we can post it. But it would say like, if your blood sugar is this to this is how many units you need. And it wouldn't take carbs into consideration at all, I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly. So like, if I were going to eat and my blood sugar was 160, it would tell me how many units to take. So it was like really not
like
effective or accurate at all. It was just like something to get me started until I could see an endo.
Right.
So I was able to see an endo luckily like a couple of days after I got home from the hospital. But yeah, the first like year and a half is crazy of like figuring out your ratios of everything and this and that. But the first like couple weeks was insane because I was on the sliding scale and there was also no data for doctors to gauge decisions off of. So it was literally like a shot in the dark.
Slate, yeah.
Yeah. Like my first low blood sugar was literally the next day on the way to the airport. So I actually literally flew the day after I got to the hospital too. Like,
oh my gosh.
It was crazy.
Can you explain, before we get into your story, can you explain like the difference of what it feels like, I mean, both of you guys, kind of between a low and a high?
Yeah.
I feel like Spencer still asks.
Spencer's so funny.
Her friend.
I feel like it's different for everyone.
It is.
Oh, really?
Some people don't feel their lows at all. Like if you don't take care of yourself very well, you will lose feeling. So I still feel mine, and I get really sweaty and dizzy, and I can't talk to people like at all. And I just
When you have both high and low.
Oh, just lows. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I sweat and there's like extreme brain fog. Like I can't like really form sentences very well, but I'm very good at like pretending like I'm fine. But like the people that know me, I'll like go flush
over,
and like, or I'll be like super,
dissociating.
Yes, exactly. And I'll be just shaking like this.
Yeah.
But a high, I just get extremely thirsty and really bitchy.
Yeah.
Extremely like irritable. Like if you talk to me too much, I'm like, get out of my face. Like don't talk to me. But that's just me.
No, I do too.
Okay, yeah.
I do. My high symptoms are super similar. If I'm high enough, like my face will get red and hot, like kind of like flushed.
And I'll bloat too.
Yeah.
Super swollen.
Yes,
yeah.
swollen, so thirsty. But yeah, I just get irritated as fuck. I also feel like my legs feel like restless.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, ugh.
Yes. Do you ever like your feet, like do you get like restless feet?
Yes.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
like tinglies.
Yes,
yes. I'm like, that's the neuropathy kicking in.
I always get so scared.
Nice. Basically you can lose like feeling.
Like diabetic nerve damage.
Yeah.
Love.
So like when you go to the endo, sometimes they'll like poke your toes.
They like, can you feel this?
Is it sharp or soft? And I'm
Yeah.
like,
They're like cutting into your tooth. I can feel it.
Like slicing down your foot. No, my high symptoms are similar. Also, I'll get like sweaty palms, kind of.
yes.
My low symptoms are also the same. It's like, this is what I explain to people when they ask what it feels like. I'm like, it feels like you have the flu. You like literally overdosed on caffeine and haven't eaten all day. And you've never
I feel
eaten.
like I'm a little drunk.
Yes,
like
it feels
a little
drunk.
bit. Yeah.
I also get like purpley blue vision. Like my vision kind of like glazes, like you said. And from an outside perspective, I've been told that I go, like I breathe really heavy, I guess.
I do that too.
Yeah. And yeah, sweaty. And I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, I get like tingly lips and tongue a lot.
That goes numb.
Yes. So bad. That's really uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's my least favorite symptom for sure.
My fingers will get cold too sometimes.
I like that. That's the thing. I'm like sweating, but I'm freezing cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like.
That's it.
No big deal.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, wait. Also, when I'm low, I'm like, I feel doom. Like I feel like. Sometimes I'm like,
feel
oh,
like
I
I'm
feel
gonna
really
die.
sad. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
like, uh-oh, is this the last time?
Yeah. It's like this doom feeling. And yeah, just like everything just feels like dark and like slow.
Yes.
And sometimes
How long could it last?
That's actually a really good question.
I think it just depends on like what you took to fix it.
Yeah.
Because I think juice, like apple juice, works the quickest, is what I've learned like personally. Or I don't know. So if I have like juice, it takes like 10 minutes for me to be like, oh, okay, like I'm alive. But other than that, it maybe takes a little longer.
Yeah. It also depends, like, how much insulin you have on board and, like, what you ate before, what you were doing before, like.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what's your favorite low snack?
Ooh.
Well, growing up, I've always had apple juice, and so I actually hate apple juice so much, but, like, you have to have it, you know? So my favorite would probably be, like, ice cream. Oh my gosh, I was an ice cream eater. Like, I would go low in the middle of the night, and I would make my dad make me a huge bowl of ice cream, and I would eat it. And then I would be like, okay, like, I'm ravenous, like, another. Yeah. So I'd have 2 bowls, and then I would actually end up, like, almost throwing up, dry heaving, because I'm like, so much sugar. Because then you, like, spike high, and then it's, like, whatever. But mine's definitely ice cream.
Yes. Ravenous is another symptom. Like, you're just like...
I'm like, literally, I'll eat the whole pantry.
So hungry, and food hits so different. It's so good.
It's like when you're high.
It's probably the equivalent of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never been high before. But I'm assuming, like, the munchies.
I haven't. I just assume, too. I'm like, this feels like it would be the same.
What's yours?
My issue is I am so stubborn. Like, I will be low, and I'm like, I don't need a low snack.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, so bad. I, like, I absolutely fucking hate having to have a low snack. My favorite...
Not those packets you had in your car.
Oh, have you ever had the...
so gross, I tried.
What was it called?
I don't know, it was like some, like...
They're like, Transcends or something, and they're like goo packets.
Oh, I've had the goo. They're so bad. It tastes like... it tastes like NyQuil or something, but like
so
sweet.
bad.
It's so bad.
I spit it out.
Horrid. I'm trying to think... See, this is my issue, because I'm trying to think, what do I actually enjoy having?
Because it's kind of like, what can I find first?
Yes, or like, what's gonna be the most gentle but most effective.
Yeah.
It's hard to be, like, rational when you're, like, in that state.
I mean, I love gummies.
Rationality.
No, there's none. I love any gummy. Like,
I was gonna say, when, like, you had taught me, like, you can't have sour candies.
Oh, yeah, those work slower.
Oh,
yeah.
do they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So sour candies work slower. So if you're having, like, a very severe low, it's better to have something that's not sour.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that so weird?
That's good to know. Mm-hmm. I don't tend to reach for sour when I'm low, but that's good to know.
It will still
I'm
work,
such a
of
sour
course,
candy
but
person.
Me too.
So that's why when I've bought her, like, snacks before, I'm like, can't be sour.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't worry, I won't eat them then.
They still will spike you, but not quick enough. So then it's like, okay, that's just annoying. When it's like,
because then you just have to sit.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
But yeah, I like gummies, and I actually really love, like, dates, because they're like...
They're high in carbs.
They're super high in carb.
Yeah.
They just are a little too slow. Slow. But yeah. Do you want to do your diagnosis?
Yeah. Sure. I mean, it's really
I know it's super different, too.
Well, because I don't remember it. That's my thing, is I was so young. But from what my family has told me, I have a twin brother, so when I was born,
I didn't know that.
He has nothing wrong with him, of course. But when I was born, I was a really fat baby, and he was, like, really thin. And so I don't know if I ended up losing a lot of weight because of, like, I probably went into DKA.
How old were you?
I was about 1.5 when I was diagnosed. But we think that I was born with it, maybe. I don't know. Like, but I know that my parents told me I never smiled. Like, the first photo they have of me smiling is when I was about 1 year old. And we have it hung up on the wall, and, like, every time I pass it, I'm like, yep, like, I was fully dying in that. But, so whenever I would, like, be crying and, like, just upset, and I would also pee through every single diaper. They had to double diaper me, and I peed through those too, because that's a symptom of a high blood sugar. But I would be crying, and they would just give me Gatorade and lollipops, like, oh no, here, like, stop crying. And obviously that's not helpful at all.
Yeah, because you literally can't speak and explain.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, okay, lollipop, but, like, I don't feel good.
Right. It's like making you feel worse.
Yeah. But my brother was happy as can be, so they were like, okay, something is wrong. So they ended up taking me to the doctor. It was April 18th, 2006. So I was, I think, almost 2 years old.
Oh, I'm in April.
Are you?
I'm April 28th.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, I just met another little girl. She came into my work, and she was like 4. Yeah. And she was diagnosed the same day as me, but like obviously years later. And I was like sitting there like, oh,
that's really
I love
sentimental.
It. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, they basically pricked my finger, and I was, we don't know what my exact blood sugar was. It was definitely over 500. Like, I was asking my dad last night. I was like, do you remember?
Baby.
As a little baby. I don't remember any of it. Obviously, I didn't feel good. Yeah. And they diagnosed me, and it doesn't run in my family at all. My
either.
grandpa's type 2. So we knew a little bit, but he also, like, doesn't take care of himself.
So does type 2, like, it doesn't have anything to do? It's just a coincidence that you both had someone in your family?
Yeah, like, it's not, there's not a direct link.
Right.
It is, type 1 diabetes is usually paternal. It's usually from the dad's side.
Yes.
But, yeah, if your parent has type 2, I don't think that has any...
I don't think so either.
Any effect on type 1.
Well, because my grandpa, it was definitely from, like, health decisions. So,
Yeah,
like, I don't think his was even genetic.
Right.
I do know now that there are some people on my mom's side that have type 1.
Oh.
So it could be genetic.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of like, we have a lot of autoimmune conditions in my family. Like, my sister has arthritis. So I'm thinking, like, I just got the lucky draw, you know, of, like, the autoimmune condition.
Unlucky draw.
Yeah. So, but that's literally my story.
Yeah.
We just, it flipped everyone's lives upside down.
Yeah.
And obviously I have a twin and I had an older sister. So there was 3 toddlers running around my family was probably like a shit show.
Yeah.
But they got through it. I mean,
I was gonna say, it's so interesting, like, between both of you guys, where it's like you've never known what life is like without type 1, and you have.
Yes.
And it's like...
And I think about that a lot. Like,
well, I have a lot of empathy for, like, you guys. Because
Yeah.
I have a few friends that were diagnosed in their 20s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I personally don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
Like, go from not... Obviously, you have no choice. Like,
Yeah,
you have to do
yeah.
it. But I feel like I got very lucky that I
Right.
don't know life without it. Because I have nothing to look back on and be like, oh, I missed that.
Right.
Like, at all.
It just was,
See,
like, your
and that's
life.
something that I've, like, gone
like,
back
what's
and
worse,
forth
what's
with
better,
a lot.
yeah.
Because, like, at first I was, like, envious in a way of, like, people like you who are diagnosed really young being like, ugh, they don't, like, they never have to think, like, more, because something I really
It's like
deal
a
with is,
grieving
like,
process.
yes, mourning.
It is.
But then, like, then I think, like, but I did get 22 years of my life without it, and, like, people that were diagnosed younger don't, so, like, it's like,
And that's
which is
a
the
good way to look
lesser
at it,
evil,
too.
you know? It's like,
there's no, like, winning.
right, no,
Never.
it sucks no matter what age.
Right.
Something I want to know is, like, how old were you when you realized, like, oh, this is what is going on? Like, I don't know, were you just kind of like, when was it not just something you did and something that you realized, like, you had?
I don't think I ever really had a realization of, like, this is forever.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I was so okay with it. I was like, oh, okay, like, this is my life.
You don't know the
this,
difference.
Right,
Yeah.
and so I was like, I feel like probably in high school, I was
Okay.
very much like, wait, I don't want to do this.
Right.
What, like,
Or you
this is-
see, like, oh, people don't have to do this.
I'm like,
and
wait,
doing
I'm
this.
different.
Yeah.
Like, because growing up, I was just like, the kids don't care. Like,
Right.
they were all just like, what's that? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, you're like, I don't know any more than you do.
Yeah, I'm just here.
Yeah,
But,
I just get candy sometimes. Like,
exactly. I get slushies.
yeah.
But, like, in high school, I think I was very much like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are all partying and,
Yeah.
like, eating what you want, and I don't get to do that.
Right.
But that was when I had most of my burnout, is, like, in high school. It was very, very hard. But, I mean, you live and you learn,
Yeah.
and you have to push through it. Like, we don't have a choice.
Right,
So it's
right.
like, you go through these phases, and you end up just coming out on top and being like, you know what, like, we have to live.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was just a growing up thing. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I
just
was gonna
had
say,
to.
it probably makes both of you grow up so much faster
yeah. Oh my
than you
gosh,
probably
yeah.
would have. And then I'm like, oh, like, it's also made you such, like, responsible people. I mean, you have to be, because it's literally life
It
or
does,
death.
yeah.
You're very
Like,
responsible
disease.
for
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah, but it's, like, interesting with people who aren't responsible. Like, you guys are both obviously, like, smart, intelligent, like, responsible women, and then you think of people who, like, just don't really give a fuck. But
Yeah.
but I don't know if there are people
Well,
like that, but then you're like, but I'm literally gonna die. So
there
it's like, you
are,
have to be
though.
responsible.
No,
It's not
there's
like,
people that don't take
Yeah.
care of
There
themselves
are.
at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's, like, it's actually interesting because that's, like, a whole other side to type 1 that I don't think gets the recognition sometimes. And it's not even always about, there are people who are just, like, unmotivated, don't care for, maybe they're, like, so traumatized and, like, blocking it out, or, like, just literally don't care or don't understand, but also, like, resources, money, there's, like, a million things that play into, like, someone's knowledge and stuff with type 1. But that's, like, a whole side of things that, like, doesn't get talked about, because online you see all of us who are really on top of our management, who have access to supplies, who have at least some insurance of some sort to help us afford.
The access is what makes it hard.
So
too.
hard.
Like, everything's so expensive. So the people that, like,
Yes.
can't afford to take care of it, I feel like so bad for them.
Yes.
Like, I just wish that I could, you know, give them everything. Because even, like, growing up, we struggled to buy all the supplies. It's expensive.
It's so crazy.
It's insane,
Yes.
like, how much they charge, and we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you want us to die?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Right.
crazy.
No, it's so fucked up.
I know.
Even like you always are having constant problems with like
Yes.
Oh my
on
gosh,
the phone with
insurance. I'm always on the phone with them.
So
I'm
is
like,
she.
hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's insane.
I just got my first, like, own insurance plan because I turned 26, and so I'm off my parents.
Yeah.
And my insurance company, it's like, it's fine, but you'll get it. Like, they won't approve the insulin that I like the best and that I want to be on, and they're approving a different one, which is like fine because it's technically the same thing, but like,
but it's not.
they're not.
It's so not.
Yes, thank you. Like, it's just not. And I literally, from July until October, I fought with them, and I ended up giving up because I was like, okay, it's going nowhere. Like,
it's so silly because it's like, you're not the one living it. Like, give me what I want.
And if you're saying it's the same thing, okay, fine.
You try.
Then give me the other.
Let me know.
Let me know how you feel on it. So that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the access. I had this lady come up to me one time at a restaurant because she saw whatever, either my pump or my Dexcom, and she was like, oh, like, I'm type 1 too. And she started explaining to me that she was really, really sick. You can get, I forget what it's called. It's like essentially like bowel paralysis or like stomach paralysis or something. You can get that from not taking care of yourself, and that's like extreme. Like, you like probably aren't even taking insulin type thing.
Right.
And that was her situation because she was saying she was an immigrant. She couldn't get her insulin here yet, or was like having trouble getting her insulin here, and so she wasn't taking her insulin.
Oh my God.
And her body could only digest liquid, so she was on a liquid-only diet and didn't have access to insulin.
And that'll put you into DK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
That's
I felt so
insane.
terrible. It was like one of those times where I was like, oh, I'm really lucky.
Right.
You know, really
Yeah.
lucky. But it's just crazy, like, that, I mean, yeah. And then the people who don't have access don't get to stay around to tell their story, so that just, like, really sucks.
It's
But,
really sad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, I've a question to ask. What do you think is a misconception about type 1 diabetes that people think?
I think I said in the beginning too, is that people think it's all about sugar, and it's not at all. Like, when people are like, or, you know what really makes me upset is when I, like, am telling someone something, they're like, oh, your blood pressure's low. I'm like, oh,
No!
that
is
makes
a
me
thing,
really
yeah.
upset.
People do that all the time.
Pressure?
They say
People will
blood
say blood
pressure,
pressure
and I'm
instead
like,
of sugar.
it's not,
Oh.
it's such a
Yeah.
small thing, but I'm like,
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
pet peeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like that they think that you should be fat when you have diabetes. That is one thing that growing up, like, even as a little kid, people, like, around me when we were like 13, they obviously don't know what they're talking about. They would be like, but you're skinny. Like,
Yeah.
you're not fat. And I'm like,
Meanwhile, you were the skinniest in.
Right.
that's what I mean.
That's
It's
the
like,
thing,
it's
yeah.
so, like, there's no education around
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
which is why, like, this needs to be talked about.
Yes.
Like, it's not, you're not gonna be fat.
Right.
Because you have diabetes. And
Right.
if anything, type 1 makes you skinny.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because high blood sugar does
Exactly.
It eats away at your body fat for energy. So
Yeah.
Is there a question or a comment that like you get from people who either like close or not that like you don't like?
I hate when people go, can you eat that?
Mm, me too.
Are you sure you can eat that? This has a lot of sugar. And I'm like, did you not just see me give insulin?
Yeah,
to it?
right, I hate that
I
too.
think I got it. Like,
Yes.
that's what irks me.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate. Okay, wait. Misconception. Yeah, the like, oh, did you eat too much sugar and that's why you got diagnosed thing, which really irks me because not even all type 2 diabetics ate too much sugar.
It's not about that.
It's not always about, like, so, and type 1 is never about that. So that bothers me. Also, something that, like, grinds my gears a little bit and, like, makes me twitch is when people are like, oh, I can't believe, like, you lived so long with it. I'm like, no, I didn't have it for 22 years.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't.
Oh, people think that you...
Yes.
Oh,
They
okay.
think that I just, like, went undiagnosed forever. I'm like, no, I would be dead. Like,
Yeah.
I would be dead.
Yeah.
I don't know why that bothers me. I also don't like,
Dumb.
no, literally don't. I also don't like when people ask me, like, if I'm like, oh my god, my blood sugar's so high. They're like, why? Or like, why? How come it's so high? I don't know.
I can tell ya.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. know.
Okay, so then the opposite, when you're having like a super high or low blood sugar, what's like the best thing a person, like a close friend or whatever, could like say or do for you in that moment? Or maybe it's nothing.
For me, just literally, like, well, if you're physically with me, like for example, Natalie the other day, my girlfriend, we were sitting here watching TV. Also, I don't have a couch.
I was actually just gonna say, where were you sitting?
I thought you had already talked about that before.
I forgot to tell you. I sold my old one. I'm getting a new one, and there was a delay, so I don't have a couch yet.
I was watching the previous videos, and I was like, wait, where is the couch?
I'm dead. We were sitting here watching TV.
She likes to make forts, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like I wonder what you were sitting on.
And
We built forts to watch.
We should start building podcast forts.
Yeah, I know.
And my blood sugar was super low, and I was like profusely sweating. And well, first of all, I was like kind of low. She went to the bathroom, and then like it happens so quick sometimes. This was like a really bad low. And she comes back up like not even 2 minutes later, and I'm like, I have my clothes, like I'm like
naked.
sweating, I'm like naked, I'm laying there like, and she's like, oh my god, and he comes running over, and then she goes and gets my box fan from my room, she plugs it in right here, she puts the big fan right next to me, and she's just like fanning me, like stuff like that is so sweet and so appreciated, but like that's like doing a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I don't expect
but that's like
to do
people that understand.
Yes.
I think that's a big thing is like to surround yourself with people that like understand.
Yes.
Or at least try to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't have to like obviously bring out a
no,
whole
you
box
don't have
fan,
to bring
but
the box
like
fan.
understand that like
yes.
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, do you have friends in your life where, like, we've talked about this before, like, I can tell where if, like, she doesn't want to get dessert one night for a reason, and, like, it's just, like, a mutual understanding, and I think that's, like, the least I can do as a friend is, like...
Sophie will be like, oh, I don't really... Like, if I'm having, like, a hard blood sugar day, and she knows I'm probably just, like, tired and just, like, don't feel like dealing with it, like, if we're in a group or something even, or even just one-on-one, she'll be like, I don't really want dessert. So that, like, I don't have to, like, be the one to make that decision.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's really nice.
I think, because also, besides gaining, like, knowledge from them, obviously, I think it's important if you know somebody as a friend or acquaintance or family who has type 1 diabetes, like, I even want to be even more informed of how I can be a better friend.
Yeah.
In supporting in any way. Obviously, there's nothing I can actually do, and that's so frustrating. Like, I'm always like, I wish I could do something more, but you just can't.
Something
so
that's
like,
also that you do that I like, especially when we're together, is you're just kind of like I like when people make it a big deal. Like, I don't like when they're like, are you okay?
Yes.
And you'll just be like, are you okay? Like that. And it's just like, I know you're there.
Yeah.
I know you're checking, but then you just like, you drop it.
Yeah, even like I get her alerts, and like I'll give it like, well, maybe this isn't good. Maybe she has a lot of, you have people on, like Natalie and your mom, whatever, on it. So it's like, I'll give it like a few.
And I appreciate that too.
And I've like stayed up, like, I never told you, like, I've like refreshed it sometimes, like in the middle of the night, and I'll like give it like another 10 minutes or like another whatever, and then I see it, like, we'll go back up or down or whatever, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
She's fine. Yeah. And I don't need to be like 10 people texting her, like, are you okay?
Like, it gets really overwhelming because I have a million people on mine too, and I know, and they all know, like, if you're blowing up my phone, I'm gonna ignore you. Yeah. Like, because I am very much like, I have my own, I got it. Yeah. And if it says low for like more than an hour, then call me. But like, other than that, like, my friends know. Like, I also don't like it when everyone's too serious about it.
Me either,
because I'm like, make jokes. Like, my friends will literally be like, yeah, you've been smoking a lot today. Yeah. Like, your blood sugar's really high. And I'm like, yes, like, love that. Or like, eat some I don't know, like, send a random text being like, you need some, like, something. And I'm like, okay, like.
It's heavy enough for you guys, and I think as, like, a friend, I guess, it is hard, because I don't, like, want to make light of, obviously, something that's, like, traumatic and terrible. But,
I
like,
think that's necessary sometimes.
But, but I think,
I think that's a good thing.
So I guess maybe advice is, like, also, like, asking. It's almost like when you're in a relationship, like, do you want advice, or do you want, not that we give advice, but I'm saying, like, that
I think that's important.
Thing.
Yeah, because it's different per person. Like, some
like,
people
do you want to
don't.
cry to me?
Right.
Or do you want me to just, like, sit here and be mute, because I'll be mute. Like,
right.
That's fine.
It's different for everyone. And so I think, like, people watching, like, if they have friends or family, like, just ask what they need.
For sure.
It's different for everyone. Like,
it's also different, like, person to person.
It
Like,
is.
my mom is the one who's the most on top of it. Like, she's oh, we have to tell you a story, but she's the most on top. She's also in New Hampshire, so like she's very far, so I think that's very scary for her. But like I have I have it set so that like the followers on my Dexcom app like get alerted like only below a certain point. I don't need them texting me when I'm like 65 or 70. You know, like I'm fine. Yeah. But my mom, like, changed her settings that she gets alerts at, like, I don't even know, like, 75 or 80. So she's, like, texting me when I'm, like, literally, like, 82. And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm actually great. Can you, like, leave me alone? But no.
Now I'm not good.
No, yeah. No, she's, like, this is not, like, I know she's going to watch this and be, like, bummed that I'm saying this. But, like, she always will text me and be like, it says you're low. Like, and I'm like, I know.
But think about, too, if you were
No, I know. That's why I'm like,
thing.
I get it, but it's like, but then when Natalie texts me if I'm okay, I'm like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, but when it's my mom, I'm like,
so sweet.
So it's just interesting, like,
It's
person to person.
It is. It's totally different. Like,
You're
when my
right,
dad blows up my
yeah.
phone, I'm like, you know I'm fine. Like, you know I'm fine. Or, like, but when my friends do, I'm like, thank you so much.
Yes,
like, I really appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
One time, like, last year, I was low all night long. It was actually really bad. I was drinking, and then I was having, like, the post-alcohol lows all night long.
Yeah.
And she was with me, and also our other friend Spencer. We were all in my bed together. But I was, like, doing that scary low blood sugar thing where I was, like, responding, but, like, I didn't know I was really responding. Mm-hmm. So, like, they were like, are you good? And I was saying yes. And then they were being like, oh, did you eat something? And I was saying yes. And, like, I had eaten, really like, scary. A couple things, but, like, I was, like, super low and had, like, one little thing. Like, I wasn't, like, actually doing anything to bring it up. But I was responding like I was. Mm-hmm. So, like, my alarms were going off all night long. I was low all night long. But again, I was saying I was fine. But I don't remember
Spencer
this.
has, like, her hand on her stomach. Because it was, like, also the first
Yeah, they were, like,
time,
making sure I was breathing.
Like, it was the first time I, like, I feel like now if that were to happen, like, when we slept at the hotel, like, and it was going off, I'm just like, are you okay? Like,
yeah.
It was different.
Yes.
I was panicked.
Yeah, they barely knew me at that point. And then I ended up waking up to a call from the LA Fire Department. And I answered, and they were like, hi, like, this is, like, whatever. Is this Sophia? Like, we're on our way to you. Like, are you okay? And I'm like, wait, what? And then I look at my phone as they're talking, and my mom, I have, like, 45 calls from my mom, so many texts. I have, like, other friends calling me. Like, everyone had called me. Everyone had texted me. Because my mom was just seeing that I was low and was not answering. No one was answering. Like, so she called the fire department. Or she called the police, who sent the fire department. But then the way low blood sugar is, it's so fucking stupid and annoying. I, like, woke up when the fire department called me, had juice. So then by the time they got there, I have a video on my ring camera. I walk out, juice box in hand, and I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah, and they turn around. Like, it was so dramatic. Yeah. Okay. so dramatic. But I'm glad I woke up because my door was locked and everything. They would have had to, like, knock it down, and that would have been so annoying just to be fine, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I don't know if I was drunk or just in deep sleep or passed out. Like, I don't know what happened that night.
Yeah.
That's also, like, a scary part of diabetes too, is, like, when you do get drunk and stuff, like, I never get too far because of the fact that it's, like, you have to be able to take care of yourself.
I know.
And, like, I love my friends and everything, but I am always very much, like, independent in it, and I'm like, I will always be, like, this is my job. This is not anyone else's job, you know?
Exactly.
And so that's why it's so scary, especially, like, when you go to bed, and I'll do the same thing. I'm like, I'm fine, guys. Like, I'm fine. But, like, I'm not. Like,
no, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the three of us were a little drunk. Or
we were
me
definitely.
and Spencer. I was, like, in the middle, I was, like, panicking.
And then
I was like,
oh my, because, like, when you drink in the middle of the night, your blood sugar, I always eat before bed because of that, and I'll still, like, plummet.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But then the next day after drinking, I'm always, like, my blood sugar's, like,
and I'm like, wow.
all nice and low all day.
Oh, God.
But yeah, that was a crazy story. But yeah, drinking and diabetes is, like, a whole other topic.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. Do you feel your lows, like, in the middle of the night? Like, do you wake up?
No.
You don't at all?
I am really bad about, like, my body will wake me up if I'm, like, 40 and I'm, like, profusely sweating and shaking. But, like, besides that, my body won't wake me up, and I sleep through my alarms.
Oh my gosh.
So and I live alone. So it's like, it's actually really not good. Like,
but
normally,
you sleep through the alarms?
I do. Like,
you should get one of
those.
They have, like,
I know.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it's a pixel.
Yes, it's called a pixel.
And it screams at you until you tell it to stop.
It's like an alarm clock.
Wait, so you don't wake up from the, like...
I do eventually, but not as quick as I need to. Yeah. And a lot of times I wake up from, like, a call from my mom. Because that, I don't know.
It's like a different tone, and your body's like, wait.
Yeah. So, and I've tried changing my Dexcom sound.
That's what I was gonna say, isn't it? Because it's the same sound that you hear all day,
I change it all the time.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know.
Because I think it's, like, so obnoxious and loud that, like, when it goes off, I'm like, whoa.
Well, I think I think I do hear it, and then I'm like, ugh.
Right.
And then I'm like,
yeah.
whatever. But, yeah.
Also, when you get a lot of, like, false lows, right?
Yeah,
So sometimes when I get those, I'm like, wait, is it?
Oh, that's another thing. Like, a lot of times I'll get one, and I'll wake up to it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait. Because I do get a lot of compression lows, just in general. Yeah. And then I fall back asleep. And then by the time I wake up again, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
Does your body wake you up?
Yes.
Yeah.
It always wakes me up. That's why, like, unless I'm, like, drinking. So that's, like, when I'm drinking, I make sure I have my ringer on and, like, it's on full blast. Or I, like, have kind of a high blood sugar before bed.
That's what I do, too.
Yeah. Just to make sure. But other than that, like, my body, it's very receptive.
That's
like,
so
I can
nice.
feel my lows really fast.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's
good.
kind of interesting.
It's really good.
Yeah.
My body goes through phases of having, like, really intense low symptoms and then, like, more mild.
Yes.
It's really weird.
Absolutely. Some of them I'm like, wait, why do I feel like I'm dying at 70?
Yeah.
And other times I'm like 40, I'm like,
I'm like
fine.
shaking at 70, like, what the hell is going on? Yeah.
That's why sometimes I'm like, okay, it might be the Dexcom. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't trust those little shits. Cannot trust them. Especially the G7, no offense. Dexcom.
Yeah, just the G7.
Would you ever switch?
What, like, back?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I don't think so.
I think they're, like, fixing it. What I heard is that
like,
they...
Yeah,
I know.
No, seriously. They have a lot of, like, people reporting that right now.
because it's actually dangerous. Like, it's extremely dangerous. Not actually,
I think there's been a few stories of people dying because of it.
I believe
and
it.
this is the only sensor that this has happened to. But they, like, changed the coating on the cannula that goes inside of you. And so everyone's thinking that that's why, because they wanted to do something that was, like, cheaper.
Yeah, they tried to make it in-house.
Oh.
They were making their own, like, solution or whatever the hell. Yeah.
Yes. But they didn't tell anyone they were doing that.
Yeah. So then, we all were.
So we just got screwed.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I have a friend who I think it was yesterday, her Dexcom said 160, and she was 48.
That's insane. I've had that a few times where I'll take out my phone. I'm like, I'm recording this because this is insane.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever want to, like, file something
Yeah.
big, I'm
Yeah.
like, I have this recorded because I will literally wake up and it's, like, screaming at me that I'm 40 or vice versa, like 500. And then I check and I'm like, why am I fine?
Right.
Like, it's completely fine.
Yeah, it's actually, like, for something that's so great and so helpful, it's so unreliable.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
I saw someone make a TikTok yesterday and they were like switching back to the G6 and they were like, I would rather have accurate readings than something more comfortable.
I know. That is actually, like, really true.
It's so true, but it's so tiny.
I know.
And
It's so sleek.
I can't remember your other one.
It doesn't look much different.
It really, it's just like, remember it's like
longer.
Or
Oh, and now it's,
call it, but-
yeah. I know what you're
it's a
talking about.
circle.
I feel like you're really open about, like, your burnouts and stuff. Like, we were talking about before we turned on the camera, that it's been, like, the hardest for you recently. What are things that you guys both do to, like, help you get out of that burnout, like, that season of burnout?
For me, like, I need a couple days of, like, honestly, like, really good, near perfect blood sugars to just, like, reset myself, like, mentally and physically. Because after, like, roller coasters, you don't feel well physically, and it's also exhausting mentally. So, like, I will have to, like, reel it in. And, like, I don't like to live this way every day because then I feel like it's controlling me and, like, I'm not living with it. But, like, sometimes I do have to reel it in. And, like, my food choices are based on blood sugar, very much so. Like, only really. And I just, like... I just a couple days. I just need a couple days of, like, really, my focus is on, like, my blood sugar. Specifically with, like, the foods I'm eating and, like, everything. Which then it sucks when, like, you do that and it still doesn't go to plan. And then you're like, okay.
And I'm sure it's hard socially, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not being able to go eat at social events and stuff.
Well,
But,
that does suck when I'm like, okay, this week, like, I really need to focus on my blood sugar. Like, I need to just, like, reel it in just temporarily, like, really take care of myself. But then, like, I get an invite somewhere, I don't want to miss out, and then I'm like, okay, guess I'm giving up on myself to have a social life. Like, it's like...
Yeah, you can never win either way. Yeah.
But besides that, like, I just need to, like, sit in it and, like, sulk and be, like...
It's a few days of rotting.
Yeah.
Like, you prefer to be alone than to be, like,
Well, because, like she
distracted.
says, like, you don't feel good.
Yeah.
If you have, like, roller coasters.
You feel, like,
emotions.
sick.
And, like, just gross. And so it takes a few days of just being, I guess, like in solitude and like fixing your diet and everything to just kind of be like, oh, okay, wait, I got this. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. But in the moment, like, it feels like the end of the world. It's like you're crashing down, basically.
Because there's no, like, there's even with something like a job, like, you can take a day off. You can, like...
There's no day off.
There's nothing. Like, there's not even a minute off. Like, there's no time off for the rest of your life. And... like, just even that thought is so overwhelming sometimes.
It is.
And, like, when you're feeling the burnout, it's like, I can't even, like... Like, it's not like I can be like, okay, give yourself a day off. It's like,
no.
You can't.
Work also?
Yeah, I do.
Where do you...
I work in a restaurant.
Okay, cool. I was going to say, like, in that type of, like, what if you're having a low or a high in that situation?
Any job that I've had, I've always had, like, multiple jobs at a time. And anytime I interview, I'm like, I'm type 1. I need my phone on me. This is what, like, if I tell you I need a break, I need a break. And everyone is always like, okay. Because,
cool.
They don't really know much about it. So they're like, okay, I understand something is, like, medically wrong. So they're, honestly, they take it way more serious than I do.
Yeah.
Like,
people who fight back.
It's...
if they fight back, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're
when we
on the job.
When we went to this comedy show, like, you have to put your phone away. Like, they lock it. And, like, I think, like, I become also with the, like, defensive right away.
Yeah,
like, you don't know how they're going to respond.
Yes.
And usually they're just like, oh, yeah, whatever.
But we're like, no.
We're like, I need my phone. I'm like, she needs her phone.
But I've noticed, because, like, even just the other day, I was boarding a plane with another Type 1 diabetic, and we were pre-boarding, because we can with Type 1. And I don't actually normally do that, but now I'm gonna, because that was great.
Really? I know, it's like, I don't think
I've never done that.
No, I've never done it, but yeah, you can.
I'm like, I'm with her.
It's just nice because you don't have to, like, wait in the slow-moving line.
Yeah.
It's just, like, a nice perk when you live with this, like, take all the little advantages you can get.
But,
you deserve
skip
to
line.
Exactly.
I think you can at an amusement park yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I haven't either, actually, because I think you need, like, a pass.
Yeah, you do, but I heard, like, Disney took it away for Type 1.
They did.
Which is
They did.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Which is so tea, because, like, that, like, people were kind of like, they don't, because people were kind of just applying for it, and, like, everyone was getting it, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, Type 1s actually do need it, especially, like, little kids.
Wait, everyone with Type 1 was applying for it?
No, or just in general, like, everyone with every little, like, ailment and, like, whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like anxiety or Type 1 diabetes is, like...
but it's also, like, like, the little kids especially, like, waiting in those long lines.
In
like,
the sun,
in
too.
the sun,
Yes.
like, that affects your blood sugar.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
The flight. We were pre-boarding, and the gate agent was like, you didn't tell us you were going to be pre-boarding, like, we don't have you down as pre-boarding. And immediately my friend was like, well, we're both Type 1 diabetic, we can pre-board, like, it's a medical pre-boarding. Like, she instantly like got so defensive, and like, I get that way too. Yeah.
My favorite way to, like,
people don't
fight back is to, like, flash my sensor. I'm like, hello, like, I'm not lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
If they're like, well, let's see pretty.
I've had people, no, because when I go to concerts, like, you obviously, you have to have a bag, and so I'll bring, like, this one.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's too big, and I'm like,
no, it's not. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, they are always like, okay.
Oh, my bad. Can I just look in? I'm like, needles.
Yeah.
But, like,
I always get so free. I'm like, okay, when you open this bag, you're going to see food, which is also technically prohibited. You're going to see needles and vials.
Like a heroin addict.
Okay, no, literally, I look like there's something seriously going wrong here. I mean, there is. But, like, something besides saying what, like, I look like I was
No, even if they don't say anything and they're like, can I look in your bag? Like, going into, like, bars or something, I'll be like, I'm Type 1.
Yeah, it's like, please, don't take my needle. Yes. Yeah, bars, like,
Has anyone given you a hard time? I feel like there was.
Like, yeah. I mean, in general, or what?
Like at a concert,
yeah, like, for food in my bag, a lot of times, like, you can't bring this in, and I'm like, yes, I can. And then they're like, no, you can't. And
you're
I'm
like, watch me.
Yes, I can. Thank
Move
you.
out of the way.
Yeah. The biggest, though, is TSA. They're the worst.
They have to, like, I always bring, like, an apple juice, they'll take it out and they'll put it through, like, the liquid scanner. I'm like, just smell it.
No.
Like,
I know. Or, like, they'll take the apple juice out and be like, you can't have this. And they'll, like, wave it at my face. I'm like, yes, I can take it, and they'll have to test it. And then, but, like, I've had really, really bad TSA experiences. Like,
really?
So, even just this past, like, couple days ago, they're just, like, rude. I mean, they're rude to everyone. But I get my, like, extra Dexcoms hand checked, and I put them I started taking them out of my bag, and the guy was like, ma'am, you don't have to take anything out of your bag, ma'am, like, right away, just, like, screaming. And I'm like, oh, they're hand checks. And he was like, oh, okay. And he goes, put your stuff right here, and points to a bin. So when I take my hand checks, it's only 2 Dexcoms also, like, it's nothing. I put them in the bin. And then I'm, like, putting my other bags in a different bin, and I look up at him, and he's just staring at me blankly, like, just literally staring. And I'm, like, kind of, like, looking around, like, what? He's just legit just staring at me. And then I was like, am I good? And he was like, I thought you said those were hand checks. And I was like, they are. And he was like, well, why'd you put them in a bin? And I was like, oh, I thought you told me to, and, like, they always tell me to put it in a bin. Literally always have me put it in a bin. And he's like, they're hand checks, why would they go in a bin? And, like, just giving me attitude. Oh, so I take it out, I'm like, okay, whatever. And he yells at me to, like, move my bags, whatever. And then, the best part, this girl comes over to hand check them. What does she do? She gives me a bin. I'm like, right.
And he watched it.
And he watched it happen, yeah, and I was like, okay. And then, yeah, whatever. It's just, like,
you
shit
see
like
that?
that. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
get a hold of that.
Yeah.
It's always shit like that, but, yeah, like, I mean, I've also, when I was flying from Barcelona to Amalfi, Italy, got kicked off my flight. Wasn't allowed to board because it's a whole long story, but they wouldn't let me bring my medical bag on. And I fought with them, and they weren't letting me. So then I like, stuffed everything in one bag after, like, kind of throwing a fit about it, because, like, what the fuck? And then I stuffed everything in one bag, finally got it to all work, and then they were making me put my bag in the sizer, and I'm like, it's not going to fit, because you just had me stuff another bag in here, going back and forth, whatever. And then one of the gate agents, like, let me, they're like, okay, it's good. So then I undid it all, and I put it all in 2 separate bags again, because that, like, wasn't gonna work. And then this original guy comes back, and he's like, I want to see you put it in the sizer. And, like, makes me do it again. And then the gate agents are also, like...
such
Wait, I've never actually told this. I just realized this is, like, first time on the internet. And then the people are like, we have to close the doors. I'm like, I'm ready. You guys are not letting us on.
Right.
Like, and they're like, we need to close, like, hurry up. I'm like, you guys hurry up. And then eventually he was like, something along the lines of, like, okay, like, you have to, like, resize and then you're good. And I took my bag and I was like, fuck you. And I, like, zipped it back up, and he was like, okay, fine. Shuts the door. He's like, you're not getting on. And didn't let me and Natalie, I've never told this story.
You said that.
Didn't let me and Natalie on the flight, shut the door in our face. Not actually, but shut the door. And then it was actually, that was not the end of it. We ended up, I've never, ever gotten in a fight with any worker, any TSA agent, any, like, buddy serving me, nothing. But it turned into, like, an actual fight. So I said, fuck you, because I was pissed. And then the guy was not happy. And Natalie, my girlfriend, was with me, and she was livid, because I was sobbing. I was like shaking. I was so traumatized and disappointed. Like, we just lost out on so much money. We had to buy a new flight now, like, all this stuff. We're in a different country. And she's, like, going back and forth. She's like, have you no decency? Like, this is a medical disease. Like, she needs this. You can't do this. Like, you can't, whatever. And then the guy's like, I have diabetes. Like, and we're like, okay, where's your insulin? And he's like, I didn't bring it today. And then Natalie's like, you're a liar. Like, that's so fucked.
What do you mean today?
Yeah. She's like, you're so fucked. Like, why? I don't think she said fucked. Like, that's so messed up. Why would you lie? Like, these people are suffering, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, well, my family has diabetes. And we're like, that's not the same thing. Natalie's going off on this guy. Like, she's pissed. I'm, like, sobbing.
Don't you have a video of him or something?
Okay, so then I'm like, this is so fucked. Like, I can't believe this just happened. I felt so, like, discriminated against, I guess.
Yeah. Violent.
Like, it's ableism at its, like, at its core. And so then I'm like, Natalie had stormed away because she's like, I can't be around this guy anymore. Like, God, you know when someone makes you mad and they're like, they're hideous to you? Like, you're just like, this person's hideous. Like, I hate this person. And I'm, like, sitting there and I'm, like, slowly putting all my stuff away, like, just sobbing. And I look at him and I'm like, I'm going to report this or something, I guess. So I, like, take a picture of him like a Karen. So I, like this. And then he's like, did you take a picture of me? And he's freaking out. And I'm like, okay, I'll delete it. I, like, delete it in front of him. I'm like, okay, like, whatever. I just, like, I'm done. I start walking away. This man follows me down the terminal, literally, like, this close to my face, pointing in my face. Like, he's, like, talking, spitting in my face as he's talking. He's screaming at me. He's, like, literally, whatever. Like, I don't even know. He was half speaking in fucking Spanish, so I don't even know what he's saying half the time. But his finger is in my fucking face. He's, like, and I'm, like, running away from him at this point. He's chasing seeing me. And I wish that this was an exaggeration, but it was actually crazy. And then we're like sitting in a completely different area. Like, I'm sobbing, Natalie's fuming, we're trying to figure out what the hell to do. He's still over us, like, pointing in our face.
Yeah, go back.
And Natalie's like, your teeth are ugly, like, your teeth are yellow. Like, he's like, she's like, does your family not love you? And he's like, wait,
I love her.
And then it ended with him being like, him calling us Yankees, and him telling Natalie that she had a flat ass. And then
don't, Natalie.
And then he goes, don't mess with my family. And she goes, then don't mess with mine. And then he stormed away.
Aww.
And then, yeah, that was the story about
No, you could literally see this guy.
No, I can show you a picture because he's
scary looking.
He's scary looking, and I wish I could post it. It was the crazy. I've never told that story.
Wait, so
like,
why don't we just cover the photo?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go down.
Yeah,
okay, I'm just making
sure. I still have it. I'll show you.
We should post it and put like a scary face on.
Yeah, scary face.
Like a clown.
I know. And look, I'm not proud that I was like, fuck you. Like, I
I'm
get
proud
it.
of you.
Oh no. But when it comes to that,
I know.
yes.
I know.
I'm
I
proud
completely
of you.
lost my cool. I mean, that's all I did. But then Natalie is very protective and really lost her cool.
Like, getting told you have yellow teeth is like the worst.
Yeah, she was like, your teeth are yellow. She was like, stinky. And like, she speaks Spanish, so they're like going back and forth in Spanish. And he's like, Yankees, you have a flat ass. Like, back and forth.
And he's like definitely like 60 and bald.
He was old. Yeah. Literally old. It was crazy.
Well.
Crazy.
I love that
That's
story. I'm cracking up. I've heard it multiple times, and it's so good.
Unfortunately, though, we did miss our flight, and we did have to pay like $400 for a new one.
So it makes me angry, but also like, he's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we got our karma by having to.
I think I would have said really bad words to him.
Yeah. It was a breaking
that's the thing.
point.
I think
Spencer would have punched him.
Yeah.
My friends, if that happened to me, it would be like on site.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They're very protective as well.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to like stuff like that. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, this is my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're gonna let her bring her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be.
I'm like, do I not look
Yes,
intimidating?
yeah, like, what do you mean?
I'm like,
I think I'm gonna take the TSA agent's blank stare. I'm gonna start doing that. Like, when people
Yeah.
give me shit, I'm just start staring at them.
yeah.
Just like looking at them like, you fucking idiot.
We
Like,
talked about that in our like Thanksgiving episode.
Oh,
where
yeah.
we're like you're so weird for that.
Yeah. Oh,
Like 'cause
interesting.
The thing
Interesting
is,
you
like,
would say
anger
that.
never matches anger. Like
No.
this guy's just gonna keep going. So if you make him feel
Like, so stupid. Yeah.
like okay, like taking care of him, like he's like
Yeah, like you're good.
not well.
Yeah.
They feel like
Like when we were going to New York recently and the guy was like so mad at you for some reason about your bag and you're like, okay, it's fine. And he's like screaming at you and you're like,
I know, I almost got kicked. He almost didn't let me on either because I had like extra bags. I think I called him an asshole too.
Oh, he had something up his ass. Okay.
Yeah.
He was like mad at you for no reason.
People in airports, actually, I don't know what's wrong with them.
Something's
They're all
wrong.
So,
Something
like,
is wrong.
mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they probably deal with like.
They probably deal with a lot, to be
I'm
honest.
sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But like, don't take it out on the good people.
Anyways, funny
The
story.
good people that call you assholes and say fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe I'm the problem.
maybe we're the issue.
The Karen phone. All right, let's jump into what about advice for other girls who just got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, like or even just like what would you have told yourself in that moment, because obviously you didn't know, and it's like you can look back, like what's one thing you would say to yourself?
Well, what comes to mind though is I'm glad that when you're first diagnosed, you're not really sure what to expect. Because I think if you did know what to expect,
Like a naiveness.
it might feel a little bit harder to cope with. Because I think
So we're like, don't listen to this episode.
yeah. No, but also I have an interesting perspective on that because I remember hearing people say that when I was first diagnosed and like being like, wow, people are so negative. But like, it's true. Like, it is a lot harder than doctors make it seem.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
So like, I'm glad that you're a little more naive when you get it. But on a positive note, I think like, yeah, everything changes. Yes, it sucks. But like, you can still do everything. Like, nothing. There's nothing you actually can't do. You know. Mm-hmm. So I think that's like a good reminder because I think it's a common thing. People are like, oh, my life is over, or like I can't do this job or anything. So yeah.
No, absolutely. I agree. I think that obviously I have a different story, so I don't really know like what I would need would have needed to hear, like, I was 1 year old, you know, but I think that...
Or even what you would have wanted to hear in high school when that was, like, your worst struggle.
Yeah, well, I didn't grow up with, like, any diabetics, so I think that, like, now that there's a lot of people that talk about it, it's, like, super reassuring. So I think that, like, what I do on my platform is just to show that it's, like, just, like, I guess normalize it, and, like, that you can do everything, and that everything will be okay, but I understand, like, if you're diagnosed later in your life, like, your whole life is flipped upside down. Like, you all of a sudden have a million things to think about every day. It's not just, like, that's what I feel like people that aren't diabetic, it's, like, hard for them to grasp, is that there's a million decisions you have to make every day that, like, someone without diabetes doesn't have to think about ever. So it's extremely overwhelming, but it becomes, like, second nature eventually. But, like, in the midst of it, I'm sure it's, like... like, all-consuming.
Yeah,
like,
actually, I like that. Like, it does actually really become second nature. Even though there are times when it's like, oh my god, like, what the hell is happening? I can't get a hold on this. Like, it is still, like, I mean, it's hard to even put into words, but it is just second nature. Like, you just kind of know what to do. Yeah, you just literally do. And you just get good at things you don't even, like, I can, like carb counting is a great example. Like, when you first start,
you're reading everything.
You're just, like, you have no idea, and now, like, even after only about 4 years, like, I can look at something and, like, make a very good educated guess, and I'm sure you're, like, really good at that too. So yeah, like, it doesn't get easier, but I think it gets, like, I mean, what's the word? Like,
I guess it's,
what'd
like,
you say?
More bearable.
Yeah. Bearable maybe, or like tolerable even.
Yeah,
like,
you kind of, you just learn to live with it, to be honest. Like, you tolerate it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, and it becomes very much part of you, like, okay, actually, I'm curious how you feel about this. Because I, like, with the new clinical trials of, like, people have been getting cured, like, actually, and there's only a couple people, and we don't know super long-term what the effects would be and everything, but, like, it seems like it's going really well in comparison to other treatments. Yeah. And, like, first thought, I'm like, sign me up. Yeah. But then it's followed by, if I wasn't type 1 anymore, I would lose so much of my identity. And sometimes I think, like, as much as this sucks, like, I think I would be sad to see it go. Yeah.
You know what's funny is on World Diabetes Day, that's actually the entire caption of my post. Yeah. I was like, I get asked a lot, I don't know if you get asked this too, if you would prefer life without diabetes, like, if you, I guess, miss the life without diabetes. So when people ask me, I'm like, I don't know life without it. So for me, I kind of prefer it. Like, I like having something to do every day. And, like, honestly, the struggles make the good days so much better. That is so true. And, like, you sit there and you're like, wait, I'm proud of me. Yeah. And, like, you have this, like...
appreciation, maybe.
Yes. Like, you... Honestly, I feel like we have this really good sense of self.
Yeah, we do.
We have us at the end of the day, and, like, with friendships and with people, I'm very selective because of it. Because I'm like, I don't need anyone but me. So when it comes to, like, I guess, like, relationships, friendships, and everything, I'm like, I've always just had me. And, like, I can keep myself alive. So, like, if you don't benefit me, whatever. So with that, the trial and everything, like, you also would have to be on immunosuppressants for the rest of your life, and I don't think that that's worth it. Right. So that is my thing with it, but I don't think I would want to get rid of it.
I know. Either. Isn't that so strange? Like, it's something that we are constantly like, fuck this.
Yeah,
like,
this sucks, but also, like the worst I kind of want it.
Right. And also it's interesting, like, I absolutely mourn my life before it. I absolutely miss life without it, but I don't think, like, I think I'd have a really hard time coping with moving from it after having it. Like, yes, I miss my old life. Thinking about now living my life without it is like...
Because it's a disease that's all-consuming in the negative ways where you obviously struggle daily, but, like, all-consuming with that, it does become a part of your everyday.
Yeah.
And, like,
well, I think if it randomly, like, just disappeared, I'd be a little bored.
Yeah. Like, actually, my brain would be so quiet, I think I'd go insane.
I would go insane. Yeah. And also, like, it makes you think about, like, what you're putting in your body and like being healthy and like what you're making. And I think that is one of my favorite parts about having diabetes is that, like, I am healthier than most because, like, we have to think about it. Like, you really have to count your carbs and like you know exactly how every little thing affects yourself.
So much good information.
Yes.
Yes, if we're looking for a silver lining, that is something like we have an advantage, for lack of better words, like we have this information on like internal things happening in our body at all times.
Yes.
That's really cool.
You're very connected to like your body. Yeah. And that's what I like about it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and you get very in tune with symptoms and like even like your blood sugar can give you a lot of information. Like sometimes my blood sugar will be really like high and insulin resistant, and then the next day I get a cold. And I'm like, oh, my body was telling me I was getting sick. Like it is really cool sometimes to see this information and like again, like you put more thought into taking care of yourself than the average person by a lot. So I think that's also like really special.
Are you able to tell, like, it must be hard to be able to like talk yourself through that when you're in like you're feeling like shit?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Like if you are in like a burnout and everything, like it is very hard to think that way. Like you actually are so over it and it doesn't feel like a good thing at all. And then like eventually you obviously move through it and like everything you go through, you get out and you look at it from the other perspective and you're like, I'm grateful for that experience because now I do appreciate what I can do for myself more and like my health more and you can take more care of yourself and everything. Yeah.
I also think like letting yourself be down when you're feeling burnt out and stuff is like self-care.
It's important.
It's really important.
Super important. You have to feel the lows to be able to appreciate the highs. That's my biggest thing.
100%.
Yeah. I guess the same thing. It's like when people are feeling, not the same thing, but similar when people are feeling depressed or down. They're not going to be like, now I'm going to sit down and write my gratitude list.
Exactly.
That I have a roof over my head and
really
I have whatever.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's relatable in that sense because like
you just have to feel it.
It's like when you are saying all that stuff about like I never thought about like the good parts of it or like how it has like shaped you and like become such a part of your identity and what you would be like now without it if like it was
it's cured. Also like it's my special thing. Like it's my like I posted to talk about this. Like it's my fun fact. It's like not like trying to shit on myself, but like I'm a white girl with brown hair that like there's nothing super special like just about me, you know? Like but I'm Type 1. Yeah. And that's my thing. Like
and there's also so many questions that can come from that. Like when you say that, it's like, oh, like, let me inform you.
Yes,
like,
it's a conversation starter. It's like it's a fun fact. It's a community, it's an identity.
That was my like in high school when they would be like, tell me about yourself. Like one fun fact, I'd be like, diabetic.
Yes, Type 1 diabetic, thank you.
It also must fill you both with pride to like look back on just like the many years in different ways of like what you have done. Like you can feel like 100%. Proud about yourself and good about yourself that you were able to like go through and continuing to go through such a hard thing and like how it's changed you into this like great person in terms of like intelligence because you've learned obviously so much more than normal.
Also the community is so awesome. Like
it's insane.
It's like you can meet some random 40-year-old man in the wild and just like show each other your Dexcoms and be like, and then and it's just like this like unsaid connection.
When I see people with a Dexcom, like I don't know how to be like, I want to be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I don't know how to say it's not.
Natalie said that she was at the gym, like the gym she works at recently, and someone like had a Dexcom, or the Dexcom or a pump or something, and the person was like very clearly like treating a low, and Natalie went up to them and like started asking them questions and stuff, and the person was like looking at her like she had like 10 eyes just being like
no this actually was in Sephora the other day when I was visiting Jolie at school and I saw someone wearing a Dexcom and she was like so beautiful like I also just want to tell her like, she was so pretty and like she was like you know all that makeup whatever and I like couldn't get myself to like say
you got like starstruck.
Yes, and I was like practicing what I was gonna say, being like, "Oh, my best friend has one." I was like, "Oh, like I get it," but like I feel like she would have been like one, she could have been like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
No,
like,
Natalie.
not,
okay, because both my friend Maddie too, she works at a gym and she also like just told me one of her new personal training clients like has Type 1 and she was saying like she went up to them and was like saying stuff and they were like impressed that she like knew stuff and whatever, and like Natalie has had this concern, you've had this concern, and Maddie has too. Like, do we want that? And like, I'm always like, I would love that.
I would love it, but some people don't.
Some people don't.
Some people are weird. But I feel like you can tell. You can tell who like wouldn't want to be approached.
It's like, because I was gonna say like when you wear your devices, like, are you proud to show it? Is it something because I'm sure it's so individual and like who knows, like maybe they were just diagnosed, maybe they're used to it for 20 years, so it's like, is it like do they want me to know that I notice? Like, and I obviously notice more because I'm around it all the time. Where it's like, you know, when you see a sign for a movie,
confirmation
you see it
bias.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that is what it's called. But yeah, I guess it differs per person.
It does.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like at work, like, I get a lot of people that, like, will point to my arm and be like, oh my gosh, and then they'll flash theirs, and I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
Or, like, I was just traveling in Boise, and I had, like, so many people come up to me and be like, I watch your videos.
Oh.
And they would flash this, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, let me buy you a drink.
That.
Like, oh my god. And, like, it's just, there's a community there.
Yes,
And I love it so much. But it's just very different depending on, like, the person. Because, like, I've had people come up to me at work and comment about my skin, too. And I'm like, oh, so you notice. And so that's where it's
That's
like,
what I say, like, do you want to be, like, invisible with Type 1?
Sometimes
or do you
I do.
want...
That's also tricky.
Some
It
days
does depend on my mood.
Yeah. It does. It depends on your mood or, like, how confident you're feeling within yourself. Because it's, like, I mean, it is your identity. Like, and everything.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go to her, because I was like, what if she doesn't want me to notice that she's wearing a
But
pump?
even, like, okay, if someone came up to me and they were like, oh, like, notice your Dexcom, like, my best friend's Type 1, and then they walked away, like, left me alone.
Yeah.
Even if in that moment I was like, oh, I didn't want anyone to notice that, or, like, it bothered me in that moment, like, still, like, after the fact, I think I still would appreciate it.
Yeah, but you're also, like, you can be empathetic towards somebody.
Yes.
Like, I guess you're right, it does depend on the person.
I
Of, like,
feel like-
seeing where they're coming from.
It's very important, like, in, I guess, the wild, like, if you see someone, like, my friend, she goes to Long Beach as well, and she was in class, and she heard the Dexcom alarm, and she has mine, so she was like, like, immediately, like, who is it? And she saw him taking out snacks, so she was like, oh, he's low. So she walked by and just tossed him a snack and said, like, my best friend's diabetic. And that was
That's really cute.
It was
See, I
cool,
would love
and, like,
I feel like I would, like, be able to do that more than just, like, randomly notice, because I didn't know how they, like, that's, like, actually
that's
helpful.
like, yes, it's like, I notice you, but, like, you don't have to tell me, just, like, are you okay type of thing.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, that might be a cool way of, like, finding a way to make it, like, I see you without making it, like, I see your devices.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
I
don't
like
know.
that.
And making it, if you are going to go up to a stranger, make it, like, sly, chill.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like,
On the DL.
Yeah, on the DL. Like, when I see diabetics, I'll be like, and then sometimes
That's my favorite. I'm
yes, like, sometimes they are kind of like, oh, and
I'm
like,
like, oh, okay.
clearly don't, and I'm like, my bad. Fuck.
I feel
don't
like when we've been out before and you've pointed to somebody and then they'll just, like, give a smile and
Yeah.
that's it. Or I've seen someone be like, oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
Like,
Yeah. And that's fine. Like, I just like to, like, I don't know. I get excited when I see them, so I'm like,
Yeah.
Well,
Every time
it's
I
just
see
like
one, I'm
that.
like, hey guys,
yeah,
diabetic
yeah,
over there.
look.
Well, it's also like, it's like you're not alone.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
like normal, cool people who are out
know.
right now and they're also drinking at a bar and so
Right.
are you.
Yeah.
And you're able to do
I
that.
love
and,
beaches
like,
because you see so many devices on the
Yeah.
beach you don't
Yes.
even realize.
And it's also a thing where it's like you guys were saying before, where you're like, people are always like, oh, can you have that? Like, can you drink tonight? Like, you shouldn't be drinking because you're, you know, whatever. Like, you obviously know how to manage it, and it's like you see them doing the same thing, and it's like that.
It's like, okay,
It's like,
get
oh
it.
wait,
Like,
you do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That helped me when I was first diagnosed. When I would see TikTok videos and like I would just see literally like very normal people living very normal lives, doing very normal things, and I'd be like, okay, wait, they're cool. Like, I can do it too. Like, I don't know. It is nice to see people that like
Just live.
are similar to you or just live and like okay. Because when you're, no offense, but like when you're told you have a disease, like you don't exactly feel like hot and cool. No. Like you don't, it's not exactly a nice feeling. And then the stigma around diabetes being like, quote unquote, for fat people or like for unhealthy people. That's something I really struggled with because I like, as a teenager and young adult, struggled a lot with like food and eating healthy. And I had wasted so much of my life being all consumed by like eating healthy. And then to have a disease that was like misjudged for being an unhealthy person.
Right.
Like, I was like, no, you don't understand.
Like, that's not-
like, that is so infuriating
Yes.
because I've dedicated my life unhealthily, but I've dedicated my life to being a healthy person, and now you're, like, I don't know, just like a whole thing. But,
Yeah.
anywho.
Yeah, I feel like too, because both of you guys obviously talk about it on socials, and I think like, because I feel like you talk about this sometimes, you're like, what's my purpose with social? And you obviously like go through like ruts and everything, but I think even if there's like one person listening to this, whether it's someone who has type 1 or knows someone who has it, like just you guys impacting one person by being open and like learning again, like that's how you learned, I feel like should make you feel like
Even like with symptoms.
saved the world because that one person, it's a really big deal.
Yeah, and I've had people DM me being like, thank you for posting about it because I noticed the symptoms within myself and I got diagnosed. And like, that's awesome because that one person didn't have to fall into DKA. That one person, because the thing about type 1 is like, it's better to just know as soon as possible. It's better to know if you have the gene. It's better to know if you have beta cells. Like, it's better to know because it's not one of those diseases that you can like avoid, you know?
Right.
It will come out.
It will come eventually. You're supposed to postpone it now, and that's awesome. But like, you still need to know in order to do that. And so it's just nice to hear like our videos that we're posting and things like are helping people get diagnosed sooner and avoid like being super sick or
even just like feeling seen.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
That's like the only reason I started, because I've like grown up super confident in general. So like when people ask me like at work and everything, I don't know. I think it's just because I was born with it, to be honest. But I was a very shy kid. But like growing up, I was like, when people would ask, I'd be like, like
that period. I'm like, that's what I need to do.
And so like, but like in high school, like no one around me had it. So I was like, I felt, I guess, alone, but like not, because my friends would be like, oh my gosh, like what can I do, yada yada yada.
Right.
But that's why I started posting about it, because I saw you went on the tandem, and I was like, I was on shots for like 15 years, and it was just, that's when I went through my burnout, because I was like, I don't want to inject myself all the time.
I couldn't
it was
do that.
So frustrating. And so I was like, I saw your video and I was like, that's my sign. Like, I want the Mobi. And so I called, but it took me like a year with insurance, because insurance is so stupid. But then I got on it and it has like changed my life. And that's, but like posting about it and everything, I think like on Halloween was my 1 year like pump-iversary. But I don't know, like people just connect. Like they're like, wait, you're kind of cool for having that and like posting about it. I'm like, me? Like,
wait, I want to share, because that's actually really cute that you said that, because I started wearing my pump on my like back and side because of you, because you were like in these cute outfits and like you had your pump, and I was like, wait, I want to, and now it's like my favorite spot to put it.
I have it on my back too.
I literally started doing that because you do it. Like, and
I love that.
Literally every single time I think of you when I'm feeling embarrassed about my devices, because you like wear these cute outfits and you always have them out and show, literally every single time. I'm not kidding. Ever since I found your videos, I'm like, well, she does it and it looks so cute when she does it, so I'm gonna, like, you make it look like a cute accessory. So I'm like, my turn.
That's the goal, actually. Because when I see other people with it, I'm like, wait, I don't even really notice
it looks cool.
Like, but like on me, sometimes I'm like, it's just like the most obvious thing ever. So I think
you notice things on yourself.
Yes, and so that's why I like wanted to post it, because I was like, someone out there is gonna see this and be like, wait, it's actually not that big of a deal, and like, honestly flaunt it. And I love when people ask me about it. So like that's my thing, is I'm like, I will wear a tank top because I'm like, look at my sensor.
Period.
Like that's it's my favorite.
You should
thing.
bedazzle yours.
Like I would.
You should have done it.
I used to paint.
I know.
Painting them is cute.
Yeah, we would like do designs on it or like give it a cute little name.
See, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do you have a name for yours?
For my Dexcom? No, but I call my diabetes Vega.
Oh, I need a name for
she.
I love that.
I just thought of that recently. It means
yeah, what does that mean?
It means like warrior, like and and like something, I forget exactly, but it's like defeat, like not defeat, triumph, like overcoming.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, so I give her a name so I can be like, ugh, I fucking hate Vega, or like, Vega's such a bitch today, rather than being like, oh, my blood sugar's up.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Cute.
That's a really good idea.
Well, first, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
on.
thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is like.
I need to have my other Type 1 diabetic friend Summer on still. Yeah. We gotta get like.
Oh, you would love her. She's very.
Yeah.
sweet.
Wait, do you know Summer?
I don't know.
We'll talk after. She lives around here, but we should all hang out together. It'll be really fun.
I don't have like any diabetic friends.
Okay, amazing.
So this
we'll
is
make it
now
happen.
you do.
Yeah,
I love it. All right. Well, we'll send a voice memo next week. Wait, what?
We literally get it wrong every single week.
Oh, we'll send a voice memo soon, because next week's topic is
too long to text.
Bye.